What's going on YouTube? Smolder here, and this video is pretty much just an idea, not really an idea, just a thought that I was having last night before I went to bed, and obviously something I've been thinking about the whole year. But 2025, I think, is shaping up to be one of the greatest years of all time for video games. In terms of the games that have come out, of how many quality games that have been released this year. I mean, you go anywhere or talk to, pretty much anybody will say that this year is going to be extremely difficult for Game of the Year. I can already think of 6-7 games that could easily be Game of the Year. I obviously have what I would consider my own personal Game of the Year, but in years past, there's always been, like a small handful of games that have been super primo quality. But there's also been years where it's like, is there even 6 games that could really deserve to be nominated for Game of the Year? I don't know about that. 2025 game releases, my dude. Okay, not everyone's going to agree with me, but we have... Okay, this still needs to be bigger. Avowed. We have Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. We have Blueprints. We have... Okay, this is probably controversial for a top of the game list, but hear me out, okay? Monster Hunter Wilds is actually a great game. It's just riddled with performance problems. Which, sure, you can say is arguably that. I mean, that obviously is a problem. Okay. Silk Song. Expedition, not 22, 33. Man, we didn't get that low. Expedition 33. What else do we have that's released? We have Death Stranding 2. That's released this year. Significantly better than the first game by leaps and bounds in every category. Because I played the first game literally right before I played the second game. Death Stranding 2 is actually deserving of a nod. Ghost of Yotei. I don't care whatever your opinions are on the controversy of Ghost of Yotei. Okay? As a game, as a video game. Not your opinions of things outside of the game or what created the game. Just looking at the art piece for what it is. This game's incredible. It's actually incredible. I'm still currently playing through it. This is a remaster. I'm just going to put remaster instead of the Ivalice Chronicles. But it's been, what, 25, 26 years since the original came out? What else has come out this year? A lot of people would probably put this on there. Silent Hill F. I have not played this game. I have no intention of ever playing this game. What I've basically heard is people who are hardcore Silent Hill fans don't really like it. People who just like horror games and some stuff, but not really a Silent Hill fan, love the game. So that's interesting. Games released in 2025. Oops, not 2015. Let's see what else has come out this year. Oh, duh. Borderlands 4 is released this year. People are absolutely loving this game. How could I forget? Duh. I just haven't played it myself yet. Hades 2 1.0. Duh. Donkey Kong Bonanza. Split Fiction. Guys, these are just the games that I'm aware of. And I'm not counting the games that have released or have not released yet. And like I said, some people might disagree on some of these games as being incredible games. 2025. 2025. Okay. 2025. Yes. Yes, 2025. Whatever. Okay, what else has released that maybe I'm forgetting that's already released this year that's actually great? I'm not talking about things like the Rebirth PC release. No, that doesn't count. The only reason why I have this remaster, like I said, it's been forever ago, okay? That game has been released in any form of thingamajiggy. You know, I'm going to put this on here because I loved it. How do I change my... Oh, well, whatever. Trails in the Sky, first chapter 3. The remake for Trails in the Sky. I played this and was blown away. You know, it may be because I was personally just really looking for a JRPG. You know, that's just something I've really been looking forward to playing. I hadn't really played a JRPG quite a while. All these games that came out, I mean, Expedition 33 obviously is a turn-based RPG, and very heavily inspired by JRPGs, but it's not a JRPG. Trails in the Sky clearly is, 100% is. It is through and through a JRPG. By the end of that game, I just wanted to play more of the franchise. So, I actually think it's incredible. And worth mentioning, if you're into JRPGs. Am I going to list Assassin's Creed Shadows? Hell no. What else? So, Kazan came out this year, and I liked it, but I just don't think it's critically acclaimed enough. I don't think it's big enough to where it's going to win anything. I think every single game I've listed here could potentially win something, or at least be nominated. I don't think Avowed's going to win anything, but I think it will be nominated for like the RPG category, along with obviously Expedition 33, you know, things like this. But I think it could be nominated in the RPG category. I think Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Expedition 33 are the RPG kings, but you know, Blueprints is going to get some kind of indie thing. I think they'll actually give Blueprints the indie and give Expedition 33 the bigger rewards kind of deal. But I mean, South of Midnight came out this year. I remember this game was having a lot of controversy at first before it came out, just because you happen to play, you know, a Black American woman from the South in the game. And then I've actually heard incredible things about the game. I just never got around to playing it because it came out, I think, when I was just smashing through Monster Hunter. But I don't think it's going to hit this list. It deserves to be on the list. I can't put Indiana Jones on here because it technically released last year. Man. There's a lot of like remaster games or re-releases or console games that hit PC, things like that. There's a lot of those that came out this year. I really wasn't aware. Oh, that's right. I put a lot of time into Monster Train too. I forgot I did. That game was actually pretty fun, dude. But it doesn't deserve to be on this. I have to double check this. Okay, it is. Put it on there. Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon. So this game is a lot more niche, and it's probably not going to get nominated for literally anything. But for people who are really into the first-person, massive open world like Oblivion, Morrowind era of the Bethesda games. This game is peak. Unfortunately, the very like last chunk of the game is bugged, or at least it was when I played. So yeah, I never finished it. I've been waiting. I've been waiting for the fixes because that game is honestly incredible. I'm probably gonna just end up doing a whole new fresh playthrough once things are fixed. But for me, that game deserves mention. Oh, bro. All right, people were before this game came out. Everyone was like, "I don't know, I don't know. We don't know what this game's going to offer." Night Rain, dude. Night Rain is peak. Night Rain is actually legit peak, dude. This game is insanely good. And it can be very difficult, especially with the latest updates with the deep night and everything. The game is hard. And that's amazing. It's actually amazing. Okay, a bunch of games being re-released for the Switch 2. Nope, none of that matters. Yeah, we're gonna put Mind's Eye, guys. No. Boom, boom, boom. Damn, a lot of games came out. What month was that? June? Tamagotchi got a... What the hell? That game exists? Um... Yeah, I'm not seeing anything else really that's deserving that I'm potentially missing that I haven't already put on here. And then I want to talk about the games that haven't come out yet that are still going to come out that I believe can truly be great games. Ooh, man, this is a tough choice. Do I want to put Mafia, the Old Country, on there? I'm not going to, but I'm aware that the game is an incredible story and incredible acting and everything. I just think it falls short a little bit. Oh. Well, I got the Final Fantasy thing on here, so we have to put this. Metal Gear Solid Delta. I have to put that on there. The Metal Gear Solid, the Snake Eater complete remake. Because that is and has been something that's been, considered incredible. Oh yeah, and this is for me. I love this game. I have my full playthrough is actually on my YouTube channel here, as well as my thoughts in the video. I don't upload all my gameplay to YouTube, only certain games. Hell is Us was incredible if you're into that kind of game. It's not open world, it's semi-open world with like sections, and the game has no real map, no compassing, no guidance other than you need to go to this town. Okay, and do what? Just go to the town. And then you just figure out what needs to be done based on other NPCs that are in the area, things you need to do. Game is awesome, and it is dark. It is a dark game. I don't know how I forgot about that game. That's what I'm saying. So many games have released this year that are just incredible. Games that I've considered incredible. Yep. I have the Trails in the Sky remake on here. Already. Hades 2. Yep, obviously I got that on there. I mean, you got Sonic Racing, guys. I don't know. Are people like really into that shit? Okay. So, I'm not going to look at the rest of the list for games that haven't come out yet. But upcoming 2025. You have Bloodlines 2. Questionable. We're not sure because it's clearly lacking a heavy amount of RPG elements. The Outer Worlds 2. This is my personal most anticipated game for the remainder of the year. And this is my next one, Octopath Traveler 0. Metro Prime 4, I believe, is supposed to release this year. At the end of the year. Yeah, it says December 4th. And Octopath. That's totally not how you spell Octopath, but, you know, Google figures it out. Yep, December 4th as well. This is just some of the games that I personally think are incredible games that have released or are going to release 2025. Okay. Games that I think that can actually be like, that are truly Game of the Year worthy would be this. KCD 2, Silksong, Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yotei, Hades 2, Donkey Kong, Split Fiction, okay. And you know what? We don't see the Metroid. These two games are going to come out too late to be nominated, so I'm not going to mention those. But that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games that I believe could be nominated for Game of the Year. They always do 6, right? And if I'm wrong, let me know down below, because maybe it is more than 6. I don't know. I just always thought the number was 6. How many Game of the Year nominees at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, last year was 6 games. One of them was a DLC. Guys, please. Okay. If there has been any other year in recent history that has had this many bangers of releases, please comment down below what year you guys think has had the greatest game, you know, in one year. Like, what year has had the most amount of games that are just all bangers? And then give some examples of, like, what games, you know. And I'm not saying there hasn't been other years with lots of bangers. 2015 for me was always, like, a huge one. You have Metal Gear Solid 5, you had Bloodborne, Witcher 3, Fallout 4. That year was huge for me. I'm trying to think if there was what other years in recent histories were pretty good as well. Honestly, post-COVID has just had a lot of great years, if I'm being honest. But yeah, what games do you think are the best games that have released in 2025, guys? Let me know down below in the comments. Like and subscribe if you actually listen to this video. I know people, you know, whatever. You know, I just try to do this, try to get, you know, better at doing these kind of things. And yeah, see you guys in the next video.